Hi there. Today I would like to talk about preparing a rough sketch for a clip art pack. This is a baby unicorn, and as you see, I've been fooling around with the different lines and trying different things here. And now my next step is to make it a little bit clearer. So all I have to do now is I take a sharp pencil and I just have to make my lines a little bit crisper. Once I finish this, if there's something that I don't like, after it's scanned, I can always go back into my Illustrator document and erase. Or when I'm tracing with my pen tool, what I can do is I'll just choose to eliminate some things from the drawing. So it's always forgiving that way. What I am going to try is I'm going to try to make a more sketch look clip art and see how it works in my shop. What I try to do is I'm always trying to do clip art that I know people are going to use, that are going to like, and be able to use for their invitation, their parties, wall decals. They could use as washi tape, ribbons, cake toppers, so you name it. And somebody really creative out there will be able to do fantastic and wonderful things with this base drawing. All right, so now that I've finished my, I don't know if I want this one, but I finished my preliminary, hard line sketches or sketch. So basically I would take this and put this into the computer and scan it. But I want to add a little bit of shadow to add depth to it so that I can show you how to shade, how to color. I'll do this just with my pencil, but you can, see how easy it is because shading is just a bunch of lines or a bunch of circles depending on how you shade. So let's say my sun would be here. This is the direction of my sun. So it would be like this. Okay? So what I'll do, so here, obviously, underneath this mane of hair, and I want to show you, this is what I'm doing as a movement. Okay? It sort of looks like lines because they're like really tight together. This is a HB pencil that I'm using. And it's an ordinary photocopy paper that I take. I usually sketch on pretty much anything that I can find. The nice watercolor papers and stuff like that is not really good. They're too thick because I like to be able to erase and sometimes to make my life easier if I've got a face that's already done and I'm looking for a body position, I'll use it a little bit like a tracing paper. This is part of his head, so here I'm drawing more like lines instead of this circular motion here. Here it's more so like lines here too. The underbelly, of course. This leg will be completely under in the shadow part. Now the tail, if this is coming like this, the sun, so that means this tail here, everything that's underneath has to be shaded. And now I'm doing this very lightly and very quickly, as you can see. There you go. This one will be most probably all shaded except for here. Anyway, this is how I think it should be. But you could do pretty much what you want. The ear here will be shaded except for the back of the ear. And the unicorn, naturally, the front part will be shaded. I'm going to have to take this off. Okay, so that will be my first line of attack for shading. Now, the second, to bring it down to an even, more depth, I would go over everything I've done with a little bit more shading. And I like the contrast in between the shapes. And you don't have to go exactly where the first shade, section that we've done before. See, like I can put just a little bit of emphasis because wherever there's shade, there is a little bit of light. Inside her ear, going to be much darker. And if the sun is over here, then that would mean that everything here would be dark also, because her ear would pass like this, right? Bit of color. I love my finger. I think the oils in the skin just rub it just perfect. This is a HB2. I thought it was a bit darker than usual. There you go. Here, like even though the leg is in the shade, there will be more shade in some areas than others. And the light of the ground will probably reflect underneath her leg. Because there's always light, even in the shadows. Trying to make this into a small, quick little video. Yes, usually there would be shadow everywhere, pretty much. Well, it depends if it's directly centered to her body or towards the back of here. So let's say the sun is this big compared to being like completely overhead. There would be a difference in the shadow, that's for sure. When I was a young girl, I asked my father to take a coloring page, an ordinary coloring page from a coloring book, and I asked him to make it as best as he could. He was a professional artist. He made the most amazing coloring from this just ordinary clown that I had asked him to color. It was just simply fascinating. And from that one time of watching him color, I've learned so much from him. It was incredible. So I think the next video that I'll be making will be one of coloring, how to bring your coloring to the next level. Because that's what basically he did, is he's helped me get to the next level in my coloring book and my coloring. And I was, what, 10, 11 years old? I've always been drawing. Well, I haven't been always drawing all my life, but I mean, I've been drawing since a young age. All right, so that's pretty good for now. It's like a preliminary quick sketch of this baby unicorn. And the only other thing I would add here is a bit of shadow underneath. And there you go. So, hope I've inspired you with my pencil sketch. Hoping you have an awesome and inspiring day. See you next time.